A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
Here
Let's go.
And in the next match, Treasure Beach will be coming up against, as I mentioned before, the host Waterhouse, with very stark contrast in terms of the experience at this level between the two teams. Treasure Beach, of course, very new to the Jamaican Premier League. It's only their second season in it, having been relegated the first time they made it in 2023. That represented a bit of history, as it was the first team from St. Elizabeth to make it to the top flight of Jamaican football. They'll be hoping that for the entirety of the Western region they can give them something to cheer about, given how much St. Elizabeth how much as a parish has had to endure, given the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa last year. But for a club still finding its footing at this level, these moments are a real test of character. But it's not just about the result today. There are some young players out there trying to make a name for themselves. And these are the kinds of stages where reputations are built. And I'm speaking about none other than two 17-year-olds from Harbour View that have had the pleasure, absolute pleasure, of being able to cover on a regular basis in some youth competitions, as well as internationally for the reggae boys, the young reggae boys. And of course, those two names that I'm mentioning are Jashawn Edwards and Tyreek Robinson, both 17-year-olds. Jashawn Edwards has actually started the last 9 games, played all full 90 minutes in each and every single one of those games. And he's an absolutely sensational footballer, I have to say. Has the height and the, perhaps not the strength yet in terms of muscle mass, but in game he's very strong. Very, very strong, and great in 1v1 situations in terms of just using leverage, understanding angles to shut off attackers 1v1. Pretty nonchalant, doesn't really feel pressure no matter who he's coming up against. And there we have it, the key players for today. As I mentioned before, Trayvon Reed with 21 goals this season, top scorer in the competition, and Damian Binns with 8 goals. He'll be starting on the bench, however, today. And Leger is about to join me now. And Mr. Williams, what do you expect from what we're about to see today between both teams?
Well, despite it being possibly a game with a lot of points separating both teams, I do think that at this stage in the season it will be a very competitive one. I think mainly for the point that Harbour View, they need points to try and steer themselves away from the drop zone. They're currently 2 points ahead of it, albeit Treasure Beach. They do have a game in hand. Treasure Beach will be playing against the home team Waterhouse in the second of our doubleheader, so a lot of things to bear in mind. Dunbeholden, of course, with a faint outside chance of still trying to make the top 6. I think this will be their last chance. If they don't get a win here, it will become increasingly difficult for them. So a lot at stake for both teams. And I assume that both will apply themselves to show the importance of this game.
And as we see the players about to make their way to the pitch, it's only a matter of time before we get started here on this wonderful Thursday night, with possibly the rain to come, but we're expecting a shower of goals. We're expecting a downpour of excitement as we look forward to this match between the two. Of course, some notable absentees being omitted from the starting lineup on both teams.
The starting 11 for both teams, yes again.
That is to come
In goal,
We should be showing you that shortly.
Garwin Davis, number 16. The
Captain guard, Stuart, number 3. Jason Edwards, number 8. Kenny Beacon, number 9. Rowan Brown, number 12. Gavin Burton, number 14. Roderick Granville, number 22. Rashane Thompson, number 29. Dominic Grant, number 34. Tyreek Robinson, number 37. Nakeem Wright. Dunbeholden FC, number 31. John Luke Wilmot.
We have the lineups for you now. Dunbeholden. Starting lineup: John Luke, Fabian McCarthy, captain in the team with Dean Samuels, Jovan Gordon, Tyrese Go, Javon Turner, Chavoy Watkins, Shaquille Cole, who's in form at the moment, Nathaniel Wall, Clive with the Burn, and Christopher Matthews. For Harbourview, we have Warren Davis in goal, Garth Stewart, the aforementioned Sean Edwards, Gavin Burton, Henry Deacon, Rowan Brown, Roderick Granville, Dominic Grant, Shane Thompson, Tyreek Robinson gets a start today, and
officiating team.
Wright.
Referee, Kessler Anderson. FIFA assistant referee, number 1. Ricardo Mackenzie. FIFA assistant referee, number 2. Shireen Alain. And the fourth official, Darren Affleck.
Certainly a big mistake.
The match commissioner is Mr. Fitzroy.
21 goals to his name, which makes it even more impressive seeing the predicament that Harbour found themselves in. He really has been scoring a bucket load of goals for the Stars of the East, but so too the man who is captaining this Harbour team today, Rowan Brown. He has been operating at a very high level, scoring 14 goals of his own, so I'm sure he will be trying to spearhead this attack alongside the youth that will be around him. Tyreek Robinson, a player subject to much discourse, I would say, the past year or so. But he is still here in the Jamaica Premier League and he's looking to make a big impact. His team needs him to make a big impact today. Let's see what he can deliver. He'll be the one kicking the ball off. Harbourview's number 34.
And we're off, ladies and gentlemen. Harbourview kick things off here. The Jerusalem Mini Stadium. And Edwards on the ball, trying to find his teammate there. Thompson gets the ball back, trying to find his teammate there on Brown on the right hand side, and whips across in now, all the way over the head of Granville. And Dunbeholden now have a chance to clear their lines, and they do win a throw in here. Pushing the back of Chavoy Watkins. He earns himself a foul.
Yeah, a bit of an exaggerated, I won't say foul, because he did in the end regain his footing. Dunbeholden looking long early. I'm sure they will want to get Tyrese Go involved as much as possible, former national under 17 and under 20 representative Go.
Brown lost the ball there, trying to find Wright, but he does win a throw in here. Ooh, and a bit of a risky pass, and he's lost position here. Dean Samuels, lovely turn to go past a couple of players. Dominic Grant left in his wake there. Now is Wedderburn driving at the defense, has a shot from distance. Always rising, but first shot of the game. Not a bad effort here. Good intent from Dunbeholden.
Yeah, I was just about to say the early intent is looking good from Dunbeholden. Harbourview showing their intent as well, trying to play out from the back, but Rashane Thompson with the errant pass. And here's Go. He drags that one wide, but fingers have to be pointed. So much space there in the Harbourview penalty area. And fresh off a throw-in, Dunbeholden presented with the biggest chance of the game so far.
And it's that sort of defending that has seen them in the position why they are where they are right now. Harbourview, of course, their fate is in their own hands still, but going to have to tighten up at the back. But now
poor defending has been the Achilles heel of this Harborview team. You are right, John. They are a team that has scored more goals than even Waterhouse, who is a playoff team. They've scored more goals than Chapelton, Dunbeholden, Tivoli, Molynes, Treasure Beach, and Spanish Town as well. Only 1 goal off Portmore, who are high-flying this season, but defensively, 64 goals conceded in 35 games and counted. Hasn't been good enough. Second worst defensive team in the league by the numbers. So I think a clean sheet in this game at minimum will be imperative for the 5-time champions.
And you mentioned 5-time champions, of course. You mentioned before, last time they actually won the Jamaican Premier League did come against this opposition back in 2022. So very interesting matchup historically. And in a game of this importance where they're pretty much fighting for their lives, they're going to have to really take it up a notch on both ends of the field. And mentioned Tyreek Robinson, they're going to need him to step up big in this game. Of course, of his quality, scored in his lone appearance last year. A 17-year-old, but he has big shoes to fill, stepping in for Trayvon Reed today. And the ball goes over the top of the defender's head there, and Watkins seems to have impeded Nikhil Wright, I believe, but no foul there on that occasion. But I have to say once more, as I talk about Robinson, he's definitely a player to watch out for. Despite his age, has a young man's physique, and brilliant bit of skill on the ball, very audacious in his efforts. And here's an audacious effort from Go from that distance, and stripped up there, brought to the ground right.
Yeah, trying to pick up those spaces, those gaps between the defensive and the midfield line. Nikhil Wright getting some license to roam in that central area, right, with the absence of Trayvon Reed as well.
Now, Captain Stewart to take this free kick. Down this right hand side, chance building here, and looked like he was in a prime position to get a cross in, but the cross wasn't of the required quality there.
Yeah, we usually hear the term attacker's tackle or a defender's shot. That certainly was the cross of what we might expect from a defending player. Didn't quite show the composure needed, I would say. And that was some good composure from Harborview and Granville as they look to play out.
Back to right, plays it to Stewart. Apologies for earlier, he does not have the armband today, and Tech Robinson losing position there rather cheaply. His touch let him down. Christopher Matthews turning away from the aforementioned Robinson. And on the ball is Javon Gordon. Assessing his options. A lovely pass there, a bit risky, but found its way to Navon Turner, and there, foul there for Dunbeholden. Shakeen Powell goes to ground. He's headed away. Robinson, Ron Brown rather, Robbins operating on that right hand side. Definitely going to need a big performance from him today. Of course, as mentioned before, he has 14 goals, but none in his last 3, and he has actually been prone to sometimes go on some goal droughts. But here's Dunbeholden trying to make a goal of their own with a burn, teasing the defender, assessing his options. Opposite, go for a 1-2 with Go, doesn't get the return pass. Now here's Captain McCarthy out wide to Watkins. And now back to Adin Samuels with a burn. Samuels gets a cross in, but easy to claim for Garwin Davis.
Yeah, comfortable in the end. Anglo was always going to be tight to wrap his foot around that one. Get it back into a dangerous area. But decent approach play from Dunbeholden. Despite the unorthodox personnel in those wide areas, they are finding ways to infiltrate this Harbourview backline, while also not allowing them to build out comfortably, because Harbourview have been stuck in these areas in their own defensive third for large proportions of the time that they've had the ball. And Dunbeholden doing a good job of forcing them long and then winning it once more.
Looking to take this throw in now. Find Samuels on the right hand side. Can he get past Deacon here? Whips across in to the back post. And makes its way all the way over to Wedderburn. Oh, lovely bit of skill to beat the defender. And the cross is sadly straight at the goalkeeper there. Now Nakil Wright can drive forward. Opportunity for an attack here for Harbourview. Pass there from Granville, former Arnett Gardens player, but Harbourview have lost the ball now. Go. Just composed on the ball is Fabian McCarthy, and finds the pass back to Go. Oh, Navon Turner, his touch has let him down there. Ron Brown can mount a counter-attack and trying to burrow his way past a couple of defenders, but loses possession there. And good bit of skill on the ball once more from Fabian McCarthy just to get past a couple of defenders. And now it's Watkins has the pass to play, and he does make it eventually. Samuels assessing his options, trying to get it all the way through there to Shakeen Powell, but unfortunately for him, Garwin Davis coming out there, expert goalkeeping from him.
He has been pretty comfortable in commanding his area so far, Garwin Davis. Harbourview haven't quite been as commanding in possession so far. Still trying to find their rhythm. Moving it a bit slowly as they try to get out of their defensive third, and really have gifted Dunbeholden possession on several occasions.
Had a go there, but never really troubling Harbourview's goal.
Yeah, a bit of impatience there, I would say, from Navon Turner. Had options in front of him, opted for that long-range strike. Not troubling that Harbourview defense in any way, however. Here's a young Jay-Sean Edwards. Extremely promising centre-back, in and out of possession, but once again, Harbourview unable to get any momentum going in possession.
Watkins back to McCarthy. Not aware of where the ball was, but eventually settled himself. Now Samuels. He's the call of his teammate, finds him out wide, able to make the pass. Wedderburn looking for the 1-2, and he gets it. And the cross coming in towards Samuels, headed away by young Edwards there. Norris Granville urged to run at the defenders by the supporters here. Now here's Rasheen Thompson. Ball out wide now from Dominic Grant to Brown. Oh, now here's some lovely build-up play from Harbourview, but Ron Brown, fortunately, puts a stop to that, loses the ball. Wedderburn fouled there by Brown. Harbourview, as mentioned before, is definitely going to be a requirement of a sense of urgency here, but Dunbeholden are the ones with the sense of urgency in these opening couple of minutes. Cross whipped in there, goal. Cross coming in once more, and Edwards, as he usually is, on hand to put a stop to that attack. Granville. Burton. And a poor touch there by Robinson. Just looked a bit off so far in the opening 12 minutes of the game, I have to say.
Yeah, one of the few times that Harbourview found a way. Maybe this can be an opportunity, as well as Rashane Thompson tries to find a pass inside, but repelled at the back by Gordon, another young centre back, applying his trade at Dunbeholden.
Paul gets it out wide to Samuels. And I'm not sure if he saw the goalkeeper off his line and tried to go for something there, but nevertheless, if it's a cross or a shot, it has gone over the bar. Will be a goal kick to Harbourview.
Yeah, the setup from Dunbeholden hasn't been bad in the slightest. Possibly the only small tweak could be Dane Samuels, who's operating higher. I assume a little bit for his energy, but hasn't shown the quality in the attacking third so far. Harbourview trying to show some quality of their own now through Granville.
Oh, lovely touch, and a shot now from Granville. Dragged it wide, but I have to say that was a beautiful passage of play there from Harbourview.
Yeah, really good approach play there from the Stars of the East. Granville finally getting a chance to drive at his fullback. Good associative play by Rashane Thompson as well to link up.
Ball out to Samuels once more. Turner back to Samuels. Paul. McCarthy looking out wide, and he does find with a burn. Now is Nathaniel Wall to Wedderburn. Trying to find Turner, who, well, he does, but just a bit too high for him, and he hits it on to an opposition player. Now here's Kinley Deacon coming forward for Harbourview. Robinson gets the one-time pass off to Thompson. Has Granville in space. Robinson turns, trying to find Aaron Brown, but once more Robinson loses the ball. Perhaps just a bit of nerves for the young 17-year-old. I've had the pleasure of covering him quite extensively in some youth competitions, and I have to tell you, usually seems confident on the bordering on the side of arrogance at times, and it shows in the attempts that he takes, the goals that he scores, the level of skill that he often displays, but not quite there yet today. Still growing into the game.
Yeah, certainly is a player of high quality, and he has shown that several times, even in his Jamaica Premier League debut. Last season scored one of the goals of the season on that occasion. You mentioned young players being audacious. He was really good there by Jay Sean Edwards, and Granville once again unable to find the correct pass. That's going to,
his flag went up there pretty quickly.
Yeah, pretty obvious call there. Was a bit slow to get to Chavoy Watkins, who didn't curve his run enough. And in the end, pretty simple. Harbourview still not playing, I think, at the required tempo to breach this Dunbeholden team. They've won it once more.
Samuels momentarily lost position, but he wins it back, and not sure the attempt there was not the greatest cross in the world. And I have to say, from Harbourview, they've had some little nice moments, some spurts here in these opening 16 or 17 minutes, but it's not the required intensity from a team that's fighting to stay in the league. They're going to have to up the tempo a bit, putting themselves under pressure here with some of their play. And now is Wedderburn eventually losing the ball, but again, seeing they're just a bit too lackadaisical in possession at times in their own half. Just headed away. Right. Gets it to Thompson. He has Rohan Brown to his right, uses him. Now he can take on Wall. Cuts back. And Brown gets it back to Thompson. And the keel right. Does well there to get past his man, and the cross of no real danger to Wilmot in goal there.
Hasn't really had anything to do so far. John Luke Wilmot hasn't been tested at all by Harbourview. There's a couple wayward shots, wayward crosses. Certainly, I don't think the start of the game he would have been anticipating. Gavin Burton was on that occasion looking for Rowan Brown. Unable to find him. Rowan Brown has done most of his damage, I would say, this season, operating as a central striker. Has spent the majority of his Jamaica Premier League career so far operating in wide areas, but this season he really has been a revelation in that central berth. Has led to a lot of goals being scored, but needs must today, playing on the right hand side.
Granville there trying to get past Watkins. Does earn himself a throw, however. And as I mentioned before, with Brown, of course, being depended on to score today in the absence of his strike partner, Reid, an overwhelming amount of Harbourview's goals this season, as you see Nakil right there, seemed to fake as though he was going to shoot across, coming in once more, headed away by Dunbeholden. Go. Eventually boots downfield looking for Wedderburn. It's not offside here. A transfer. A cross coming into Samuels. And wonderful work there by Stewart.
Yeah, I think he took a couple of seconds too much to really make up his mind there, Wedderburn. It was an excellent pass from Go. That's what he offers, even not quite being as sharp as he usually has been throughout the seasons. Tyrese Go, with his ball striking immaculate as per usual, an excellent vision there as well, but Wedderburn didn't quite share the same vision and just delayed his pass enough for Garth Stewart to get back in position and effect that interception.
Thompson does well there to get past his man, places the pass to Granville, but linesman's flag went up there. Just
lazy winger play, I would say, there from Granville. Should never get caught offside in those areas.
Speaks to decision making in the final third, and that was something I was about to make a point of, in that a large amount of their goals this season, an overwhelming amount, has been scored by those two players, Brown and Reid, combining for 35 this season of, I believe, over 46 of Harbourview's goals. It's very rare in this league you're going to find two players combining for that many in terms of a percentage of goals, as we see Granville goes out of play there with his dribble. They really depend on those two in the final third, and missing a half of that pair today, you sense they're really going to need something from the players who are on the pitch today. Of course, as mentioned before, Robinson is now occupying Brown's favored position, and he's moved out to the right where you typically see Reid. Going to require a big performance today, given their fight to retain Premier League status. And the results from yesterday, Malines picking up that shock result against Racing United, it's going to be even more important, even more difficult to pick up some points here. Now Dunbeholden take this through in, and he's trying to find Dean Samuels, and he has. He only has Go in the box, but now it's Wedderburn arriving at the back post as a shot saved by Garvin Davis there. Good effort there. It was a bit central of an effort, but ooh, Wedderburn seems to have won a foul right outside the box.
It was actually a very good cross on this occasion by Dean Samuels. Found Wedderburn. Comfortable save in the end, I would say, for Davis. Didn't quite pick a spot, did Wedderburn. May have hurt himself a bit in the aftermath of that save, but Wedderburn picked himself up, evaded a challenge and dangerously close to the penalty area, as you said, John. Dunbeholden now with a very good effort or opportunity through a free kick, and Tyrese Gow, who's known for spectacular efforts.
It seems Wedderburn and Gow eyeing this up. Shot coming in, but blocked by the wall, and that will go for a corner kick to Dunbeholden, which Wedderburn, of course, will take. And speaking of Wedderburn, he's been on some decent form recently. Both he and Shaquem Powell, the second highest scorers in this team with 5 goals on the season. If you're looking for goal threat from open play, they are your guys to deliver that for Dunbeholden this season. A team that struggles for goals, but they have an opportunity here with a corner, and this headed over the bar from Christopher Matthews. Had the goalkeeper at his mercy, really.
Yeah, it was a free header in the 6-yard area. As a centre-back, as any player really in the penalty area following a corner, you can't ask for anything more than that. Mistimed his jump and his header. But surely that's the biggest chance of the game so far, John.
Most definitely, and as we see the dispute over the throw-in, it's one that they will lose, and Ordine Samuels cuts back. And the cross takes a slight deflection, and they will take the pace really out of the cross. Dominic Burton to Nikhil Wright. Dominic gets it to... Ooh, Wright gets the ball back. Lovely bit of passing here from Harbour View, but they've placed themselves in danger, and Nikhil Wright seemingly has given away a foul.
Yeah, good closing down by Shaquem Powell. Harbour View trying to maintain their composure, trying to play out from the back. That's what we know from an in-possession standpoint that their head coach Lenny Hyde loves to execute. Well, let's just say they haven't quite been executing it well so far in this contest. It's Dunbeholden again with another good opportunity, this time to get a cross in via a free kick.
Seems it will be Turner to stand over this dead ball. See Wall trying to angle his run. Ball comes in now from Turner. It's a good one. Shaquem Powell's glancing header. It's off target, but nevertheless a good attempt there from Dunbeholden.
Another free header in the area that Harbour View have allowed. And once more, Harbour View struggling to play out. Dunbeholden regaining possession.
Turner, right as he was about to have his shot, it's blocked there. Good defending from Harbour View. Brown looking for Granville, and his touch takes him around. Matthews, well done, and he's brought down there by Gordon. And they're appealing for the throw-in to go their way, but it's gone to Dunbeholden.
Yeah, really good defending from Javon Gordon.
Well done by Wall to get past his man there on the sideline. Go, twisting and turning, trying to get past Stewart. Under duress from Brown, and he's picked up a foul here.
Actually really good to see the number of young players scattered around both of these teams. Javon Gordon would have played the Costa Cup football for Clarendon College the past couple of seasons. Really showing a good impact as a centre-back at his young age. Well done, Tyrese Gow, finding Nevon Turner, who found Shaquem Powell. The cross, the technique on it, not good enough from Ordine Samuels, and yet again, his quality in those forward areas has been found wanting.
Never really playing it into that area where an attacker could actually get on the ball. A bit too close to the goalkeeper, but nevertheless, score remains 0-0, and Chavoy Watkins has been at it today. Plenty of energy from him. And the miscommunication there again from Harbourview players. Lovely stuff there. Cross coming in from Powell. Once more blocked from the National Under-17 representative Edwards there. Integral in their qualification process as they made the Under-17 World Cup. You can see why he's such a highly touted youngster. About to have Wall to take this corner kick for Dunbeholden. Corner taken hard and low, and it's gone all the way through to Matthews, trying to engineer some space, and his shot is blocked. Confusion between the Harbourview back line there.
Couldn't quite get the ball from under his foot there. Stuck under his feet as he was trying to find and maneuver some space to get a shot off, and it was good defending actually in the end by Jayshawn Edwards. As a second cross comes in, that one deflected behind by Rowan Brown. And Wall will get one more opportunity to deliver an in-swinger.
Gonna have to perhaps put a bit more height on this one. There's quite a number of players at the back post. And a better one, but that's headed away once more by Edwards. Defended valiantly thus far. Wedderburn has his pass deflected and into the path of Rasheen Thompson, but Yvonne Turner got there ahead of him. There's Gordon looking in field, finds Turner once more. Playing it back to Gordon. Skips past Robinson. A lovely turn there to try to beat Dominic Grant, and the dummy there unable to beat his man. Nakeel Wright finds Granville out wide now. Can take on his man. He surges past Matthews. Cross into Wright. What a tackle coming in there from Wedderburn. Dangerous area, and Harbourview denied on that occasion. A cross coming in. Only as far as Wright, and his shot is blocked. Dunbeholden unable to clear their lines at this moment, and eventually they do have a chance to do so now. McCarthy to Wedderburn. Back to McCarthy. And, he's kept it in play here, Powell. And now he can go in a 1v1 situation. Instead, he passes it to go. A back heel to the path of Powell. Good defending once more by Edwards. But Leger, I won't lie to you, I thought he could have taken a shot on there.
Yeah, tried the unselfish route there, Tyrese Gow. But it's breathless action between both teams. Harbourview first sustaining some pressure, then Dunbeholden on the counter attack. And now Harbourview once more in a threatening area.
He's played that out wide to Granville once more. He can take on Wall. Cuts inside. Plays the pass. No! And shot there coming in from Gavin Burton, but always going wide.
Yeah, it wasn't a million miles away, that effort, but Nakeel Wright had two big efforts. First time, the first touch, not good enough. Second time, defender right in the way of his attempt. Harbourview finally showing some teeth in this contest.
Both teams have defended pretty valiantly in the box, I have to say, and that's the sort of defending you'd expect at this portion of the season. Only about 4 or 5 games left really for most teams, and both teams, of course, in the hunt or in contention for very, very different things. As you mentioned before, Harbourview still trying to stay up, while Dunbeholden still with a somewhat realistic chance of getting into that coveted top 6 position and qualify for the playoffs. 7 points behind Cavalier. They have a chance here to bridge that gap with a win today, and they are on their way to doing that now if they can get a goal here. With Go. Turns. Thought he was going to cross there, but he's played it back to Samuels. Oh, lovely pass, but just a bit too much power on it, but great idea from Dean Samuels there to try to pick out Shaquem Powell.
Yeah, Harbourview once again struggling to pick up Dunbeholden runners. And as you said, the idea was there's the execution just a tad bit heavy. And Harbourview breathing a sigh of relief as they look to play it once more.
Dominic Grant gets it to Nakeel Wright. He has Thompson. Opts not to use him. Instead, passes back to Grant there. Right. Finds Thompson in acres of space. Oh, and he's played it into Granville here, who perhaps knew he was going to be offside.
Yeah, but once again, absolutely no reason to be. Looking for Dane Samuels was Shakeen Powell, but overcooked that pass.
Granville misplaced pass there. McCarthy. Powell. His first touch takes him away from the defender. Watkins gets it out wide now to Wall. Turns away from Robinson, who's still growing into this game, still yet to really make his imprint on the match, the young forward. The ball over the top now for Wedderburn. And he wins a throw-in off of Gavin Burton there. Ooh, and it's a dummy. Oh, Nevon Turner. McCarthy! Oh, what an effort! It's hit the post, and Dane Samuels, try as he might, couldn't keep it in play, but what a strike from Fabian McCarthy.
Yeah, on his weaker left side, teed that one up perfectly, had the right angle. And you know what they say, maybe you strike it a little bit too well, pick your spot a little bit too well when he hits the post like that. Extremely unlucky for the Dunbeholden captain.
Norris Gow on the ball. Oh, lovely pass into Wedderburn as a shot off the post, and Samuel scores. And Dunbeholden, have to say, take a deserved lead here. 35 minutes into this one.
I was about to say they can't possibly be that unlucky. Tyrese Gow, his influence growing and growing as the game went on. Harbourview playing into problems once more. This time Nakeel Wright. And it's a give and go. Gow doing well. Wedderburn, great attempt. And Dane Samuels, whose end product has been a little bit lacking so far in this game. This time, he really couldn't miss. And Dunbeholden take the lead and put some serious pressure on the Stars of the East.
Dunbeholden, a team who have struggled for wins recently. In the last 4 games, only one solitary win. But my oh my, what a result it would be if they got a win here today. And I have to say, they're good money for their lead. They've deserved it. They've played really well. Good attacking intent from them at times, I have to say.
Yeah, they really have been the better team. A lot of that has come down to Harbourview and their lackluster nature and lackluster level of fluidity in possession. They really have gifted possession to Dunbeholden on many occasions. But this time they found a way through, at least temporarily. Wilmot eventually claims. We said it before, he has had a very comfortable first half so far, Wilmot.
Edwards wisely just guiding that back to his goalkeeper with the header there. Granville under pressure finds his teammate Thompson to Edwards, who smartly leaves that back to Garwin Davis once more. As the IQ of a veteran, the young... Oh, lovely bit of skill there. Audacious attempt from Gavin Burton to flick that over Christopher Matthews. But it's going to take much more than that if they want to get back into this game. But they do have a throw-in right here, however. Hopefully you can get a replay of that soon. Burton Takes it through into Dominic Grant. Thompson. Pass puts him under pressure. And he's lost position here once more. Turner. Samuels. Oh, lovely pass to Powell. He has numbers arriving in the box now. Drives. Across the face of the box. And Samuels unfortunately couldn't tap it home. McCarthy to Watkins. And before he could get the cross in, he took an unfortunate tumble there.
Yeah, Turf Monster got him. And O'Dane Samuels almost got Harbour View once more. Sneaking in. It was an excellent level of instinct as he stole in the 6-yard area there. In the end, Harbour View extremely fortunate to still only be 1 goal down in this game.
Granville's first touch lets him down there. Ball just slips underneath his feet, and that will be a throw in now for Dunbeholden. Jakeem Paul plays into the path of McCarthy, who has been good today. Unable to really get to him when he's in possession of the ball. Now Dunbeholden coming forward with Wedderburn, skipping past a couple players. Brought down but no foul. They've won it back here with Turner. Ooh, shouts of handball, and the referee agrees. We have a penalty here.
Yeah, about as obvious a call as you'll see. Harbour View player going to ground, hands certainly away from the body. It was close in terms of the distance. It was Rowan Brown, but yeah, extremely wild in his approach as he attempted to block that one, and he made the decision for the referee extremely easy. And surprisingly, it's actually O'Dane Samuels. At least it looks as if it was going to be O'Dane Samuels to take full responsibility for this one, and it will be. He possibly could get his second of the game here. Doesn't often score goals, doesn't often start in these forward positions. He has a big chance here to put a further dent in Harbour View's hopes.
It's Darwin Davis versus O'Dane Samuels. Steps up and he puts them 2 goals up.
And there is the second one.
And with Premier League survival on the line here,
Your number 4.
Harbour View
Samuels.
seeing their status in this top flight crumbling at the moment.
Harbour View.
A dejected look on the faces of some of the Harbour View players.
Yeah, really well dispatched penalty by O'Dane Samuels. And you mentioned that look of despondence by Harbour View and their players. They almost seemed resigned to this result in a way. And it really has been that type of performance. Real lack of enthusiasm, I would say. And it's not quite often that teams of the stature of Harbour View find themselves in these predicaments. There's Ron Brown looking to forge a way through once more. And not very often clubs of the stature of Harbour View find themselves in these relegation dogfights. Many players wouldn't necessarily be used to these environments, especially the young players in and around the Harbour View system, so it is new to them. It has to be said, so far in this first half, as a shot comes in, it doesn't look as if they're up to the fight. And we saw a shot of Treasure Beach arriving during this first half. Of course, they'll be facing off against Waterhouse in the second of our doubleheader. And I think Treasure Beach, watching this, they'll have a lot of positive feelings going into their game. A result in that game would take them immediately out of the bottom 2 and plunge this Harbour View team into that area.
And I have to wonder, Leger, as we debate the squad selection, given their position in the table, Very often you'd see coaches turn to experience in these sort of situations. But they've trusted the youth, and so far hasn't necessarily paid off. Not that it's their fault, but hasn't necessarily paid off. And Shavoy Watkins has a chance here to get a cross in, to put third goal in here. Cross comes in. Garth Stewart does his job there, beats that one away, and sees as though Gordon is hurt. Samuels, of course, on a hat-trick. Searching. Finds a pass there, McCarthy. From the wall back to McCarthy. Has runners, and it finds Wedderburn with a great pass on that left-hand side. As the overlapping run to Turner. Oh, lovely passing. Oh, and he finished there from Turner after getting the return pass from Powell. Goes wide there.
Yeah, left a little bit wanting on that occasion, but it was excellent approach play from Dunbeholden once more. They're playing with a lot of confidence and a lot of fluidity and a lot of intensity as they've won it back once more in Harbourview territory, but they clear as Granville, with all his pace and effort, unable to get around Javon Gordon.
Thompson, Granville, Deacon, Dominic Grant, and the pass there from right off target, but now here's Deacon, picks the ball up once more in the middle of the park. Dunbeholden quite content to surrender the wider areas to Harbourview, and they've really not been able to make them pay. Roderick Granville in particular.
Yeah. For the most part, I would say it's been relatively comfortable for Dunbeholden defensively and offensively as well. As that one is just a little bit too heavy from Gordon.
Just under just a couple seconds of normal time left in this one in the half. Yet to see how much time will be added. 1 minute will be added at the end of this half, actually. McCarthy. Turner heads it on. Turner gets it back. Samuels. Go. Turner, his pass goes out of play. That will be a throw in to Harbourview. And will that go out of play? Too much for Gavin Burton to handle, and I have to say the passing once more, not necessarily great in their own half, Harbourview.
Yeah, and I think they've really given Dunbeholden defensively a lot of confidence that they can win the ball back in these areas. Go, unable to find Nevon Turner on that occasion, and I wouldn't want to be a fly in the wall in the Harbourview dressing room at halftime. Lenny Hyde and his coaching staff have quite a bit to sort out.
As you mentioned, Coach Hyde is sure to be giving them a Sir Alex Ferguson-esque dressing down in that dressing room. He'll definitely be wanting more out of these players in the second half. The Harbourview players quick to take off. Of course, having been disappointed with the result thus far. But as you can see, at the end of the first half here in the Jamaica Premier League, on this wonderful Thursday night, Dunbeholden take a 2-0 lead over Harbourview. We'll be back after the break.
Here's to the early risers, and we are here all-nighters, the go the extra milers, and let's do it until it works, workers. People who are powerful because they power through day after day, challenge after challenge. You see, True power is not something you can buy or collect. It's something that starts on the inside, and you always know it when you see it. Sunshine Snacks Peanuts, proud supporters of the powerful.
Ray and Never, feel we culture, yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you living, yeah.
Share it!
I make we all a one bar, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we rep, feel we country. Rear rum, it have to come with me.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor rear rum, a celebration time.
I feel we culture. Make we show ya Jamaican culture.
Ray and Never, overproof from we just a do it to we culture.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
Here's to the early risers, and we are here all-nighters, the go the extra milers, and let's do it until it works, workers. People who are powerful, because they power through, day after day, challenge after challenge. You see, true power is not something you can buy or collect. It's something that starts on the inside, and you always know it when you see it. Sunshine Snacks Peanuts, proud supporters of the powerful.
Ray and Never, feel we culture, yo!
New beginning, we
so share our spirit where you living, yeah.
Share it.
I make we all a one bar, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we rep for we country, rear rum it have to come with we.
No matter with the bad vibes,
poor rear rum a celebration time.
I feel we culture, make we show ya Jamaican culture.
And if you overproof from we just a do it to we culture.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
Here's to the early risers, and we are here all-nighters, the go the extra milers, and let's do it until it works, workers. People who are powerful, because they power through, day after day, challenge after challenge. You see, true power is not something you can buy or collect. It's something that starts on the inside, and you always know it when you see it. Sunshine Snacks Peanuts, proud supporters of the powerful.
Ray and Never, feel we culture, yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you living, yeah.
Share it.
I make we all a one bar, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we rep for we country, rear rum it have to come with we.
No matter with the bad vibes,
poor rear rum a celebration time.
I feel we culture, make we show ya Jamaican culture.
And if you overproof from we just a do it to we culture.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000.
Big up the fallen soldiers, we miss you. All of you done, we're with you. Can't put it back and feel. Life is a fucking real. Back to home for the 9 months of Galilee. For the pain and the suffering, no one knows the struggle of it, just only you. If you hold my love, oh yeah. Back to home for the 9 months of Galilee. For the pain and suffering, no one knows the struggle of it, just only you. Yeah. Mama, I will never let you down. I never go away, I always be around. You do what you do, so still got you found. I'm always gonna let you wear that crown. For some time, you'll maintain the bond of us, you'll only help my children from the start. And when you told you had to look so long, oh my, mama, I'm so glad I was wrong. Found you home for the 9 months to carry me through. All the pain and suffering, no one knows the struggle you bear, just only you. If you hold my love, oh yeah. summer, for the 9 months of carry me. All them great things are for him. No one knows the song of him that's coming. Substitution comes up for Harbour.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The commentator for tonight, John Stewart and Leger Williams. And we're bringing you once more live coverage of the Jamaican Premier League here on this wonderful Thursday night. Some lovely football being played between Harbour View and Dunbeholden. Of course, as you can see, currently the scores are still Dunbeholden 2, Harbour View 0. Leger, what did you make of the opening 45 minutes?
Yeah, it was not the best of performances, I must say, from Harbour View. They didn't really show much steel, much bite. And I think that's reflected in a triple change that we're seeing from Harbour View to start this second half. Habib Mohammed, the young player, coming on.
Right is replaced by number 44,
Currently going for a 10th Excelsior high. Habib Mohammed, formerly of the Noon, scored a couple of games ago for Harbour View. Also seeing Devontae Allen, the Jamaica College man, coming on as well. And Akwasa Chung as well. So still no Trayvon Reed. And it certainly will be a change in shape as well, possibly at least, for Harbour View. Dunbeholden also making a change. Jordan Taylor coming on to play left fullback. So several changes. We'll have to be on our A game as well, John.
Most definitely. And as we see the game resumes, we see Odin Samuels there going under hefty challenge already. And seems to be a throw which Wall will go over to take. I mentioned a number of changes taking place in this game. And I have to say, if they are to get back into this, some sort of adaptation was indeed needed, and we see number 11 Habib Mohammed there getting a throw in there for Harbour View early in the game. Free kick rather, and it's all the way over the top looking for Rohan Brown, unable to find him. And you'd think that given their change in shape that they'd be looking to put Rohan Brown a bit closer to the goal. Of course, he is their best finisher currently on the pitch, but no. Still on the right-hand side, but Brown's won the ball back here in a dangerous position. He's lost the ball, however, to Christopher Matthews there. Good defending. Turner. Oh, looks out wide to find Dean Samuels, but the pass there, poor. And a number of new faces that, as Leger mentioned, gonna have to be on our A game to keep that in mind. But I have to say, Harbour View, for them, it's probably a good thing. He looked second best for most of that game, and I have to say, especially Tyreek Robinson, he just didn't look up to par, and I've raved about him as we see Dunbeholden on this attack. Oh, and that pass narrowly misses its target. Nevin Turner, the intended recipient there. But I've raved about Tyreek Robinson very often for his performances at the youth level for Harbourview, but didn't really show that arrogance, that skill on the ball to beat defenders, the ability to score from impossible angles. That strength that I've raved about so often just gone missing today. And in these sort of spots for Harbourview where you're desperate for wins, for points, trying to stay in the league, they turn to youth over experience. And as Chris Chung tries to get a crossing and it's blocked, it seems that the youth didn't necessarily show what they were capable of. Of course, you're not blaming them. You don't want to put too much pressure on them, given, yes, they are extremely talented, but relatively inexperienced at this level. Can't expect them to do it all. But as a cross comes in for Gavin Burton towards the back post, headed on by Granville. But linesman's flag does go up on that far side. And actually went up for a corner kick, rather. Thought they were about to blow offside once more, which wouldn't be a surprise given Granville's performance today. Caught offside a number of times in that first half.
Yeah, and a big chance early in the second half for Harbourview to possibly create a big chance. Not the best of deliveries, and still a chance here, and narrowly that one evades the upright. There's a shot coming in from guard Stewart right at the edge of the box. Kind of snapped at it a bit as he was striking. Certainly had Wilmot moving around and shaking a bit. But Harbourview with a lot more promise shown early in the second half.
The distribution on that occasion from Wilmot not up to par, and that goes out for a throw. Burton. Now here's Chung. Lovely pass there to... Oh, he's gone all the way through for Brown now, and had a wild swing at it. It's going out for a goal kick there.
Yeah, not quite the composure needed in that moment from Rowan Brown. Habib Mohammed already making his presence felt. Extremely attacking setup for Harbourview.
I suppose they do have to go for it at this point. Headed away by Burton. Mohammed got a touch on it but lost it. Matthews. Now here's McCarthy to Wedderburn. Does well to get away past a couple of players in a tight space, but he's lost the ball. And before Thompson could get onto that pass from Mohammed, it's booted out of play there.
They took absolutely no chances, and that certainly will be a ball lost. That one has gone into the goalie behind our position here. Bijan Thomas, his second stint as head coach of Dunbeholden. Certainly much more successful in this stint as opposed to his first. And he certainly has his team playing some lovely football to boot as well. No foul call against guard Stewart and Harbourview there, and Akosa Chun looks to win one as well.
Oh, ingenuity there on show. Turner back to go, and he scores surely. And how has that not ended up in the back of the net? Wonderful, well worked opportunity there.
Yeah, really well done by Go and Nevon Turner, turning the gears. And once that rebound fell to him, I was under the assumption, as you were, John, that it would be 3-0 in favor of Dunbeholden. But Harbourview have escaped. But Dunbeholden looking once more to turn the screw.
Trying to get that out wide, put it in space for Wall to chase, but oh, and he's actually gotten to it, showing a great level of desire and speed there. Passed it back to Dane Samuels. I don't think that was the greatest decision in the world, and it's panned out that way as they've lost the ball. Could have gotten a crossing. Now Dunbeholden win the ball back once more for another chance to attack. Here's McCarthy, who's had a really good evening thus far. Oh, and ball back to McCarthy. It's played into the path of Dane Samuels. And easy cross in the end to claim for Garwin Davis. Granville can take on Wall. And plays in behind Mohammed, but great defending by Gordon to get to that. Now here's Go. Jumps to take that under control. Eventually plays it into the path there of Dane Samuels, who's onside despite the protest. Cross coming in, and Davis comfortably claims that. Throws it out wide now to Brown. Thompson. Burton. Brown intercepted by Wedderburn, and now it's McCarthy. Dunbeholden pinning Harbourview back inside their own half at the moment.
Yeah, as they did for most of the first half as well, but this game being played at a much higher tempo. You can see the intent and energy from Granville there in trying to press this Dunbeholden team. Harbourview know it's an urgent situation, but it's still Dunbeholden playing all the football, and that's a possibly loose challenge from guard Stewart, but it looks as if he and his long legs found a way to win the ball cleanly there.
And given the lack of protest from the opposition as well, I suppose from our angle it looked a bit less clean than it actually was.
Yeah, it did look a bit dicey on first glance, but referee was certainly in a better position to make the call, and you always have to trust the referee's eye in those scenarios. But Harbourview once more living dangerously. Guard Stewart as well, but trusted himself and has also delivered a very good pass between the lines here for Thompson, who has now found Rowan Brown.
And it's a pass intercepted by Gordon there. Granville running hard to chase, but he's lost possession to Samuels. Of course, on the back of his brace, has his team in front here. Wall. Gordon. Wilmot just assessing his options at the moment and eventually opts to go to Wedderburn, but pass just a bit too high there. But I have to say, Wedderburn has been great tonight. He's been running at Gavin Burton all game long. They've enjoyed a lot of joy down that left-hand side. Whenever he takes defenders on, Wedderburn, good things happen. Granville has won a fall here. Taken quickly by Harbourview. Deacon gets it out wide. Chong with a cross coming in. Look for Brown, and it's defended well there. Wedderburn can come forward. He finds Go. Plays it into the path of Wedderburn. They're in the ascendancy here. Dunbeholden. A good cross was the back post. Good defending. Had to get there, Dominic Grant. Harbourview escaping narrowly there. Granville playing it out wide now. Granville trying to get the return pass, but not the requisite quality he would have wanted there. Devontae Allen off the mark there with his pass. And Shaquem Powell will just let that go out for a throw in. McCarthy to Powell, who's had free reign of the pitch thus far in this game. They've been unable to get to him. Ooh, and a missed kick there. And eventually got the ball away, Wilmot, but they've gotten the ball back. Ron Brown has a shot and saved eventually by Jean-Luc Wilmot.
Yeah, Blush is spared there for Dunbeholden. Getting a bit lackadaisical. Not only Wilmot, but so too Christopher Matthews. Gifting a chance to Rowan Brown. But fortunately for them, the attempt right down the center and comfortable for Dunbeholden and Wilmot. Stewart does well.
Gavin Burton. Back to Stewart, who produced a wonderful little touch there to get past the defenders. Creativity on show. Allen to Deacon. Gets it out wide. Once more towards Burton, but headed away by Wedderburn, who's been active on both ends of the pitch. Allen, loss of composure there, loss of his footing really. And there's Shaquille Powell into the path of McCarthy. Out wide to Samuels. Can look to get a cross in, and he does towards Wedderburn. Just mistimed his jump, but also mistimed his run. He's offside.
Yeah, once more Dunbeholden finding ways to attempt at least to punish this Harbourview team. Whenever their passing is loose, their touch is loose, they've consistently found a way to at least create big opportunities. They did so once more there, but unfortunately for them, Wedderburn offside at the back post.
Now here's McCarthy on the ball. Taylor to Matthews. Turner into McCarthy, who had the ball bubble up on him but still did well to get it out of his feet in time. McCarthy just taking his time here in position, and he finds Samuels, who couldn't quite keep it in play. It'll be a throw into Harbourview now. And with this throw in, Harbourview, I have to just take the time to say that they've just not been up to the standard. As I keep mentioning before, as we see this fall coming in on Garth Stewart, they're just not really up to par, not come up to the races as far in this game. They are 2-0 down in a game where, beyond this result, they've just not looked as though they're a team that's actually in a relegation scrap. Usually you see teams in this sort of a position fighting for their lives and put some pride, some joy, putting their bodies on the line to intercept some of these shots. You just haven't shown that level of desire on any side of the pitch that you'd want to see from a team trying to retain their Premier League status. And that's a poor pass from Samuel to Brown. Mohamed losing possession to McCarthy. Ducks out wide to Samuels. Now into Turner. And tried to trap it, unable to. Norris Chong. He has runners. Finds Granville out wide to his left. Can take on Wall now. And gets past him. Cross coming in. And it will be kept in play by Ron Brown, but I have to say that was a good opportunity to get something in better there. Gavin Burton to Stewart. Thompson. Go all the way back to Dominic Grant, who's dropped a bit deeper so far in this second half. And pushing up pretty high on the pitch here is Garwin Davis to Deacon.
Dunbeholden allowing Harbourview possession comfortably in those deeper areas, but not allowing them to create anything of note. But that's a good piece of play by Akwasa Chung, who gets the ball in for Habi Mohamed. Still yet to control that one, and Harbourview once again looking to get across into the box. It is broken now following a clearance for Tyrese Gow, who is unable to keep that one in.
Play stopped there. It seems Nathaniel Wall is down at the moment. And as he looks to get some medical attention, just want to take the time to thank our sponsors, of course, the Ray and Nephew. Of course, as you can see, this is called the Ray and Nephew Jamaican Premier League. We thank our sponsor tonight, Ray and Nephew, for sponsoring the league. We want to also thank the Jamaica Football Federation, the Ministry of Sports, Social Development Fund, CB Foods, the Admiral Locker Group, GN Money, Fosco Oats, Powerade, VM Group, iCool, Sunshine Snacks, Chemtech Development and Construction Company, and Sagicor Life. Thank you to our sponsors for making this game and this season possible.
Yeah, there was another game going on today, a bit earlier, kickoff. Spanish Town Police against Portmore United, and Portmore United picking up a narrow victory in that game, courtesy of a Tariq Zimini's goal in the 63rd minute. The Spanish Town Police inching closer and closer to being relegated. They're currently 7 points away from a safe spot with 3 games remaining. The question is really, because it has looked for some time that Spanish Town Police will be a team that gets relegated this season, but the question has been for quite some time, who is going to join them? And it has for some time looked as that's going to be a battle between Malines, Harbourview and Treasure Beach. Malines have found form at the most opportune time. They've won 3 straight to find themselves 5 points away from the drop zone now. Harbourview on 33 points, currently in 12th position, 2 points ahead of the drop zone, and Treasure Beach, who will be playing Waterhouse in the second of our doubleheader here at the Waterhouse Mini Stadium, and 31 points. A victory for them could take them out of the drop zone and force Harbourview into it if this result were to stand. Reminder as well that Treasure Beach do have somewhat of a game in hand. A game between them and Tivoli Gardens was postponed at halftime due to inclement weather. Treasure Beach were leading that game by 2-1. So if that result were to hold, either way, Harbourview would find themselves in the drop zone. So still so much to play for. And certainly not only the end of this game, but the entirety of that Waterhouse Treasure Beach game, which begins at 7. Also here on the Jamaica Premier League YouTube channel, of course. It'll be so intriguing. Card Stewart trying to find a way to get Harbourview going in this game.
Mohammed now white to brown. Stewart was well there to get past a couple of players and wins a free kick. It's taken quickly. Now it's Devontae Allen leaving it for Stewart. And I have to say, given the dire situation that they're in, of course, as mentioned before, only 2 points ahead of Treasure Beach, who do have a game in hand, begs the question. You have the league's most unformed player, and he's not starting, and in a game of this magnitude, they expect him not only to start, but to be playing, and he's been absent thus far. It begs the question, what exactly is the matter? But now here's Granville. He's gotten past a couple players, has a chance to shoot, and for some reason, he hasn't. Muhammad does. Goes all the way to Chong. Oh, shot blocked, and I have to say, Granville could have taken the shot perhaps a bit earlier there.
Yeah, really wasteful and lackluster attacking, I would say, from Harbourview. It was a big chance in the end for Akwasa Chung. It seemed as if he wanted to take an age to get his shot off. Looking for Rowan Brown on the right-hand side with that pass. But it's errant, and now Dunbeholden can start an attack of their own.
Turner. Powell loses position to Burton. He's willing to assist his options. Gets it out wide to Mohammed. And loses out there in that 1v1 duel to Vaughn Turner. You can see there Granville leaving it for Muhammad, and that shot was went all the way through to Chung, who had his shot blocked as well. Great defending in the box. Dunbeholden doing a good job of just staying compact there on that area of the pitch. Thompson. And fans of Harbour View just making their frustrations known. Ooh, and a bit of a risky pass there. He's putting his goalkeeper under pressure. And now Burton himself is under some duress. And Garth Stewart, high IQ move there. And Dane Samuels falls to the ground, much to the laughter of the fans. Oh, and Ron Brown takes a tumble there on the grass. Pass wasn't quite on the money. Now Dunbeholden have a chance to attack here. Dane Samuels narrowly drags his shot wide. And then his chance for a hat-trick goes a-begging there.
Yeah, inches away from finding that hat-trick goal, but almost seemed as if time stood still for a moment. Had so much space and time in the area. Dunbeholden actually preparing a couple of changes. Nathaniel Wall, one of them, he will be substituted.
Number 22. Nathaniel Wall is replaced by number 9, Marlon Hallen.
And so too, Tyrese Gow making his way off. He'll be substituted in favor of.
Is replaced by number 16, Tuane Merrick.
Tuane Merrick. Harbour View give the ball away high here. And Wedderburn it is, spurning yet another massive chance for Dunbeholden.
Dunbeholden really trying to put even more pressure on Harbour View. Just worsen the scoreline for them. Erase all doubt in terms of the result, and they're just not coping well with the pressure at the moment. They've been poor all afternoon in possession, and they've almost surrendered position once more. Just have to get the ball out quicker, really. Perhaps become even more direct in terms of their approach going forward, and a bit too much pace on that pass, and you can just see the frustration. It's written all over the face of Mohammed there.
Yeah. And I think that passage of play pretty much sums up what we've seen from Harbour View. It just hasn't been good enough in any aspect. This doesn't look like a team that's trying to fight out of a relegation battle. It more favors one that is resigned that they are going to get relegated. And here's another big chance and another goal for Dunbeholden. It's Shakeen Powell.
His 6th of the season. And going into this, we did mention, alongside Wedderburn, Paul would be one of the players to watch out for, and I have to say, he's proved it thus far. Of course, he scores a goal here now, but outside of his goal, his performance today has been really good, occupying those pockets of spaces where Harbour View just have been unable to get to him, and it's caused some real problems finding the net now on this occasion. Dunbeholden, comfortable position for them now. 3 goals up.
And it must be said, we were just speaking about how Harbour View looked resigned to this result, resigned to their fate. No fight in them. And a goal immediately after making those proclamations. Terrible performance, it must be said, considering the circumstances for the Stars of the East. This is a team that has won 5 Jamaica Premier League titles, a team that joined with a couple others have won the 2nd most Jamaica Premier League titles, and for the past couple of seasons it's been terrible, and once more playing themselves into problems. This is wow. famous club. It's almost as if we're watching them being thrust into ruin right before our eyes in this game, John.
I have to say, it's going into the season, you definitely wouldn't have it on your list of things to expect for the season. They've done so well over their tenure in this league, in the top flight, and to see a performance like this, not just in this game, but over the course of this season where they've been pretty lackluster defensively, it's a real surprise, especially given their coach was known for defending back in his day. So it's definitely an element that they just have to correct, and it's going to have to happen sooner rather than later. They're running out of time here late in the season to retain their status in the top flight of Jamaican football. As the play restarts here, Harbourview running out of ideas, and they could be running out of steam here as Clive Wedderburn surges forward, turns back, passes to Turner, tries to get it through to Shakeen Powell, but his touch lets him down, and that will go all the way out for a goal kick. And interestingly enough, what it would do, however, is actually help out Treasure Beach, who, of course, as we know, the first St. Elizabeth team to represent the parish in the top flight. And given everything that the parish has been through, it would mean a lot for them to stay up. Of course, weren't able to stay up in their first stint in the Jamaican Premier League. But as a cross comes in here, ooh, almost, I thought it went out for a second there. It's actually still in play. Turner. Merrick, oh, lovely bit of skill there. Merrick across the fist of the box. And Stewart, his clearance there in air quotes, went behind the goalkeeper almost into his own net.
I'm actually lost for words. It must be said, what we're seeing defensively from Harbourview.
Shambles, really.
On another day, I'm sure that Dunbeholden could easily flood 5, 6, 7 goals against his team. I've never seen, or I haven't seen at least this season, Dunbeholden look this expressive, and it's certainly a reflection on the opponents that they're facing up against at this current moment.
You mentioned their lack of expression at times so far this season. They're actually bottom 5 in terms of goals scored in the league. So to see them running rampant here, not just scoring 3 goals, but looking pretty dominant, it does weave quite the tale, as you put it, in terms of how it looks, how it reflects on the defense of Harbourview. Not just the defense, the whole team really. A lot to question, a lot to answer for, both the players and the coaching staff. And as we have just about under 15 minutes to go, Harbourview will be absolutely disappointed with the absolutely shambolic performance that we've seen from them. The fans will deem it unacceptable, but the players also have to expect better from themselves. Corner comes in here, headed on by Stewart, and easily claimed. Good goalkeeping there by Wilmot to come for that and clear. Turner gets it out wide. Now he can run at them. Marlon Allen gone past Brown, surging forward, still has a shot at goal, saved into the path of Powell, and Allen, it's 4!
And there's goal number 4.
And Dunbeholden are brushing aside this Harbourview team and sentencing them, almost it seems, to life in the second tier.
Allen, the substitute, raging ahead. That would have been a fantastic goal, but in the end it was saved. And then Shakeen Powell returning the favor. pretty easy finish it was in the end for Marlon Allen. And it's been a pretty easy game for Dunbeholden, particularly in the second half. As Harbour View prepare another change. But I don't think there's anything that could possibly change the direction in which this game is going.
It's Kimani Reese, actually, who's coming on for Thompson. And following that goal, it seems Garth Stewart's going to be playing a bit farther up the pitch. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I believe the saying goes. But nevertheless, just about 13-12 minutes to go in this one. It's going to take something miraculous for them to get anything out of this game. Reese loses possession there to Taylor, to Powell, now into the path of Wedderburn. Can he keep this in play? Yes, he can. He can take on Gavin Burton now. Plays it in field and finds Fabian McCarthy. And gets it out wide to Dane Samuels. Good technique on that pass, I have to say. Watkins opts not to use Twain Merrick. Finds Marlon Allen. Looking to take on Devontae Allen now. Gets past him. Good speed and skill. Oh, it's across the face of the box. Poor goalkeeping there by Garwin Davis, but Garth Stewart surging forward and a lovely turn there. The composure of a central midfielder, this one. Mohammed out wide to Chong. Can take on Matthews. Fine Stewart, who, as I mentioned before, has gone further forward just to try to give some sort of attacking impetus to this team. Brown turns, trying to find some space in the box, but just has no support. Deacon going forward, fouled. And if they had Trayvon Reed, I'd say this is a dangerous opportunity for a chance possibly at a goal here.
Yeah, decent area, central, some distance away. They'd still have, of course, a Chung on the pitch, and it was some good endeavor by Rowan Brown to try and find some space to accomplish something. Eventually fell to Kenley Deacon, who was chopped down by Merrick. And it will be Akwasa Chung to try and line this one up. Certainly accomplished in set piece taking in his own right. Even from his youth football days, high school football days. Chung, what can he deliver?
Steps up and had the bend, but not quite the accuracy.
Yeah, certainly not an awful attempt. Had the pace, had the dip, but the accuracy not good enough. Teron Williams making his way on.
In the 81st minute of play.
Teron Williams, formerly of Clarendon College. And this man as well also attended Clarendon College, and it's quite indicative of their composure and ability on the ball that they were coached once by Lenny Hyde. And how ironic is it that the team that he's coaching in the Jamaica Premier League, the top-end footballers they are, haven't been able to grasp the concepts. They haven't shown any composure in possession. And they've made things in a lot of ways so easy for this Dunbeholden team, who, it must be said as well, have played an absolute blinder here. Possibly their most impressive performance of the season so far. And it really has been poor by this Harbour View team.
Really has been poor, but Dunbeholden won't mind. They're looking for their 5th of the game, and they could have one here. Wedderburn pass into the path of Turner, back to Wedderburn, and that's cleared by Gavin Burton. Now it's Ron Brown, has Chung to his left and Mohammed to his right, but he loses the ball to McCarthy, who will go under the radar for his performance today, but I think for my money, at least, he's been fantastic. controlling the middle of the park. Now it's Marlon Allen, who's been sensational himself since coming on, taking on Deacon. Sets up himself for a pass to Turner, but his pass goes astray. Now it's Granville into the path of Brown. Oh, lovely ball control there. Oh, and Devontae Allen just picks one up from behind there. Twain Merrick went in a bit rash. Now here's Stewart. Out wide to Mohammed. Into Chong. Through the legs there of the defender. And the pass. Not on the money there. And now they can go forward with Teron Williams. And he's actually gone all the way through. I was about to say to his teammate there, but he's lost position there. And Gart Stewart. Surely I thought he won a free kick, but play on, says the referee. Twain Merrick sitting up to shoot almost. Plays into the path of Allen. Ooh. And the pass just behind Teron Williams there. Turner. No real pace on the pass, but it does find its way through. Now is Wedderburn stopped in his tracks by the whistle. Fall there.
Yeah, Dunbeholden once again carving open this Harbour defense. But on this occasion, able to find that decisive pass. As Ron Brown fires ahead and wins a corner kick for his team, which is taken quickly.
Cross coming in, or really a shot actually. Almost caught goalkeeper Wilmot there off guard, and he's pushed it over the bar. Will be a corner kick here. As you can see, the look of the faces really tells a story. Corner coming in here. Stewart rising highest, just couldn't make the connection. And Samuels now has Turner in support, finds him. Plays into the path of Samuels. Of course, who did score a brace in the first half to send Dunbeholden on their way to what seems to be a commanding victory. But there's Ron Brown, takes it around the goalkeeper into the path of Chong. And that shot will be deflected behind for a corner kick.
Yeah, poor pass by the young Gordon. And Chong didn't quite get the connection needed. There were two Dunbeholden defenders retreating.
Thought for a second there Ron Brown was about to take a shot, but I'm not sure if it's just the angle was closed down. But nevertheless, I want to see my strikers being a bit more selfish in those positions. Corner coming in now, and he's flapped at it, and a shot coming in from Gavin Burton, blazed high over the bar.
Yeah, less said about that effort, the better. Van Turner taking his way off for Thorpe.
Turner will be replaced by number 27, Trevon.
And as we can see, the Waterhouse players coming out. There's just a not so subtle reminder that we do, of course, have a game coming up for you at 7 p.m. They'll be taking on Treasure Beach, the host Waterhouse, in a battle between two teams at the opposite ends of the table. Treasure Beach, of course, like Harbourview, threatened by relegation. Waterhouse, third in the table and looking good. Wedderburn trying to play it behind for Tyrone Williams. They're unable to find him, and Wedderburn still battling, losing possession. And Harbourview coming forward now. Mohammed needed to play that first time to Ron Brown, but such is the decision making of a team that has looked really out of it. And now it's Dane Samuels trying to get past Devontae Allen, and seems there that Thorpe perhaps thought that his teammate had the ball, but some sort of miscommunication went on. So wide for Granville. Can take on Gordon now. Leaves it for Brown. Goes all the way back to Deacon. Into Brown. Flicking it up now. Trying to engineer some space. And a foul in a dangerous area. Foul on Chung.
Yeah, really baited Christopher Matthews into making that challenge. And now quite a few Harbourview players congregating over this set piece. It is in the D. 17, I would say 19 yards out, maybe 19 and a half. Difficult area to get it up and down over the wall. Will require this one being struck at significant pace. What can Chong, maybe Rowan Brown, deliver from this angle?
Seems Costa Chong just assessing the best mode of attack here.
I think my money would actually be on the captain for the day, Rowan Brown, especially since Chong is coming from a left-footed angle, a naturally right-footed player.
And it will be Chong. Tried to go under the wall, couldn't find the accuracy he wanted there. Straight into the wall.
Curious decision, I think, to go with his left foot. He's a relatively ambipedal player.
Trevon Thorpe can come forward now. He has support, doesn't use him. And finds a lovely pass out wide to Marlon Allen. Takes the strike on. And not a bad effort, especially from that angle.
Yeah, I think Harbourview for once actually did well in defending the space. Didn't make it easy for Dunbeholden to forge a chance. And in the end, it was a decent attempt, but not threatening. But as soon as I give them some props, they once again give the ball up. But here's Acosta Chong riding a few challenges and another.
Gets it out wide to Mohammed. Plays it into the path of Brown, and his touch once more letting him down in the most inopportune of times. Harbourview, after all that great work from Acosta Chong, squandering another opportunity. And I have to say, it's just pretty much reflective of this entire afternoon, and that's a poor pass from Merrick, I have to say. And twinkle toes there to get past a couple of players. Passes it to Wedderburn. Thorpe. McCarthy. Takes a strike on, and it's blocked. Now into the path of Trevon Thorpe. He has Marlon Allen out wide once more, who has been sensational since coming on, I have to say. Really direct. He does have an eye for goal, as he proved with his strike off the bench. Burton searching downfield for Ron Brown. That's cut out by McCarthy. Finds to Wayne Merrick. Out wide to Wedderburn. To Merrick. Oh, goes through the legs. And it's defended well there, but only as far. That clearance goes only as far as the Dane Samuels, who, of course, if you can remember, with just about 2 minutes left, still has a chance for a hat-trick, but he's lost position here to Roderick Granville. Now there's Acosta Chong, shouts of man on, but he didn't heed, and he's lost position. And trying to force his way inexplicably through 2 or 3 players there, not sure why, but he's won a free kick for his efforts.
Yeah, I think it has become a little bit of some show-offness from this Dunbeholden team after going 4-0 up. Everyone wants a slice of the action, a little bit of the pie. On this occasion, they've won a free kick for their troubles. That it seems as if their captain Fabian McCarthy, and I do agree with you. For my opinion, the man of the match elect will be lining it up. Wedderburn also there, who has been sterling so far in this game.
Garwin Davis still trying to get the optimum placement of his wall. It's going to be 4 men in it, but can they withstand this set piece? It will be McCarthy. Oh, not far away from a 5th goal here for Dunbeholden on the night.
Yeah, really good effort. A lot of pace, a lot of whip. He was dipping, but just didn't dip in time. That goal kick to be retaken.
Norris Gart Stewart. And the full-time whistle goes. And Harbour View, in their battle for survival, take yet another blow. A 4-0 thumping here at the Waterhouse Mini Stadium. Dunbeholden emerging victorious in what, I agree with you, Leger, is perhaps their best result of the season. Dominant performance from them.
Yeah, and he was so expressive as well. Helped out by the lackluster play of Harbour View, yes. It didn't certainly look like a team that was fighting to stave off relegation. And it showed in the result. Dunbeholden excellent on the day. And they are certainly deserving of all 3 points. And it's a very fantastic result. Dunbeholden 4, Harbour View 0 at the Waterhouse Mini Stadium.
You save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
Here's to the early risers, and we are here all-nighters, the go the extra milers, and let's do it until it works, workers. People who are powerful, because they powered through, day after day, challenge after challenge. You see, true power is not something you can buy or collect. It's something that starts on the inside, and you always know it when you see it. Sunshine Snacks Peanuts, proud supporters of the powerful.
Ray and Never, feel we culture, yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you living, yeah.
Share it!
I make we all a one par, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we rep, feel we country. Rear rum, it have to come with we.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor rear rum, a celebration time.
I feel we culture. Make we show ya Jamaican culture.
Ray and Never, overproof from we just a do it to we culture.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building.
Of course, your top scorer this season, Damian Binns, didn't play, and hasn't really been in the team for a couple of weeks now. But you guys won without him. What does that say about the depth in the team?
Binns, excellent player, wonderful. I think we're more relying on team, than individual players, and also team depth. It's very important that when you call on a player, they're ready to perform and give you the result that they need.
And of course, just lastly before you go, I have to mention it was a wonderful performance from Marlon Allen off the bench. Very direct player. Your thoughts on his performance off the bench?
And as I said before, when you're called on to do a job, you expect to do it at this level. Again, you got a goal. Could have got a couple more goals. Some stuff that you have been doing, we're working and we see it is paying out and fruitful. Yeah, so hats off to him. Very good performance coming off the bench. What more could you ask for?
Congratulations again, coach, and well done.
Yeah, man, thanks. Big up.
In society, every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.
Every $25,000 you save with iSave earns an entry to win cash or a new home of your own. The more you save, the more entries you get, and every entry has a chance to win a brand new home of your own. VM iSave is the key to winning.
Here's to the early risers, and we are here all-nighters, the go the extra milers, and let's do it until it works, workers. People who are powerful because they power through. Day after day, challenge after challenge. You see, true power is not something you can buy or collect. It's something that starts
Congratulations, Fabian. Man of the match today. Great performance. What were your thoughts on the performance of your team today?
It's just a regular day, It's just sometimes a Dunbeholden team. A preparation is what gets you through the process. But I guess we prepare for this one more than any other one. So you will see the difference.
And of course, I mentioned it to your coach earlier, you guys are trying to get into the playoffs, which would present a real opportunity to win this trophy. Of course, you were in the final in 2022. What would it mean to get into the playoffs at this stage in the season?
Well, the playoff is the objective every season, and we take it one step at a time. It is the objective, but we're not focused on it like that, so it's a match at a time.
Of course, you say match at a time, but you guys were focused today. Wonderful performance, the best in a while. You guys have been struggling in terms of just to get some wins under your belt, but you guys came out all guns blazing today. What do you think was the key behind that?
I think from the last game is what get us to this level, because we were hurting after the game by Tivoli, and we just tell ourselves, okay, if we want to make it, we got to step it up a notch, and we did it, and you can see the performance today from everyone, each and everyone.
All right, thank you, Fabian. That'll do.
All right, not a problem. Respect, man. Good luck.
on the inside, and you always know it when you see it. Sunshine Snacks Peanuts, proud supporters of the powerful.
Ray and never feel we culture. Yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you living, yeah.
Share it.
I make we all a one par, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we rep feel we country. Rear rum, it have to come with me.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor rear rum, a celebration time.
I feel we culture. Make we show ya Jamaican culture.
And if you overprove from we just a do it to we culture.
A CB chicken, a better way. Introducing air chill chicken. It have more flavor, you don't know what you're missing. It tastes better, full of flavor in the kitchen. Better value, better taste, better chicken. CB chicken, tastes way better. Air chilled chicken, taste way better. Better value, better taste, better chicken. No antibiotic and hormone free. Have you tasted the new air chilled chicken? Or my chicken nut? CB chicken, it tastes way better.
I save from VM Building Society. Every deposit got me here. Every step forward put me in the driver's seat.
For everything you're looking forward to, open an iSave account today. Visit gotomyvm.com to get started.